Many are the unforgettable features that place Cross River State at the indisputable pinnacle of Africa's safari world. The state's rich natural heritage, the startling variety of landscapes, its awe-inspiring sceneries, its sublime culture, its remarkable history, people and cities. Cross River State stands on a very unique spot of what is known today as South Nigeria. Its capital, Calabar, has always been known to have one of the richest histories in sub-Saharan Africa. Guests can either begin or end their tours in this beautiful and hospitable city. Perhaps you are a people person and would like to catch a glimpse of the local culture. Or perhaps you are more interested in its history and would like to know more about the people from its rich historical past. Calabar is a popular and central meeting place for all who either live around the Atlantic coast or come down for trade or even visit from upcountry. The city has also played host to early pioneers, international traders, missionaries and colonialists. The foundation of modern-day Calabar was laid in the 1880s when it hosted the governments of the Niger Coast Protectorate, the Southern Protectorate, and later the Oil River Protectorate. The first-time visitor is treated to exciting sights that move from the ancient to the modern. This beautiful and seemingly innocent marina, for instance, goes down in history as a departure point for over 31% of slaves that left African shores during the transatlantic slave trade era. You will almost certainly stop by the famous tombstone of Mary Slessor, a Scottish female missionary who led the movement that eventually put an end to the killing of twins in the old Calabar region. This historic site lies on the hilly street of Old Calabar town. A small trip to Akpam Okoyong takes a visitor to Mary Slessor's caravan. So much of Calabar, and indeed Nigeria's history, is wrapped up in this little two-bedroom habitation with a veranda, a store and a parlor which the indigents fondly call Fine Pasol. Other sites include the Reverend Mother Mary Charles Magdalene Walker Convent. She was a foundress of the Handmaid of the Holy Child Jesus. She trained rural women to make dresses alongside other domestic accomplishments. She also left a retinue of educated women, and her remains lie in peace in the chapel at the convent she died in 1966. For those whose passion is to probe into the vaults of history and gaze in wonderment at what they hold, the old Residency Museum, beside the old consulate building built in the 1880s to accommodate the then British consul for the Bight of Benin and Biafra, is a vault for preservation of antiquities, artifacts and relics of historical importance dating back to thousands of years. It is interesting to note that these two buildings were prefabricated in Britain and shipped in pieces to Old Calabar, where they were permanently erected. Along the Ikom-Ogoja Highway, intriguing sites of carved stones in low relief in different shapes representing human figures called the Ikom monoliths, locally known as Akwanchi, meaning dead persons in the ground, can be found. Visitors are often fascinated not only by the quality of the crafts but also by the creativity. And indeed, some believe these carvings are not the handwork of mere men but of nature. Cruising along the rich expansive regions outside the city metropolis to the north, towards the mangrove creeks of Adiabon, you'll have the rare chance to combine business with pleasure at the ultra-modern resort of Tinapa, springing up fast.
The creation of Tinapa. Tinapa will play a catalytic role in establishing Calabar as a trade and distribution hub in West Africa, while at the same time providing a unique tourism experience that will fast-track growth of the tourism sector in Calabar, Cross River State and Nigeria. Located on the Calabar River in the free trade zone of the city of Calabar in Nigeria, Tinapa is the realization of an exciting dream, the creation of the first integrated business and leisure resort in Nigeria and the greatest free port in Africa, incorporating 80,000 square meters of prime retail space containing giant retail emporiums with a tantalizing mix of electronic goods, fashion and textiles, foods, as well as lifestyle and automotive products, all displayed in a borderless, seamless shopping environment.
Great and dynamic initiatives like these are already propelling Cross River State to huge international acclaim, especially in the areas of promoting the concept of community ecotourism, a concept that is proving to be the harbinger of hope for tourism, culture, wildlife, and ecological harmony alike. A short drive from Baby Airstrip takes you to the foot of the Obudu mountain range, known in local parlance as Bottom Hill. And this is where the fun begins. You would like to acclimatize in the cool crystal clear showers of the water park and experience a sensation that registers the feel that awaits you up the hill. Recreational facilities like swimming pool, water slide, you could also climb up further to the famous Obudu Plateau, 1,576 meters up in the clouds, through 11 kilometers of winding road with 22 breathtaking bends, one of which is called the Devil's Elbow. Well, it's just a name. Or would you rather be taken like a fairy prince by cable car, the longest in Africa, the first in West Africa, and perhaps even one of the longest in the world? This would lift you up into the sky, onto the flat top of the famous Obudu Plateau, 1,576 meters in the clouds, far from the maddening crowd. You'll be amazed at the temperature and the unique scenery up there throughout the 15-minute drive up the mountains. Up there, the Nigerian trendsetters Cross River State Government is continuing to add to nature's endowment with a lot of sleek tourist facilities. The impressive accommodation superstructure houses luxurious bedrooms and an international conference center capable of accommodating 250 persons. With the unique finished pine wood flats and the African theme huts for use, your choices are vast. The ranch is for your relaxation or for business in a cozy, friendly environment, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday business life. Follow the trend of a picture-perfect 9-hole golf course, a standard squash court, 2 tennis courts, a bar, a modern gymnasium, all to the delight of a pleasure seeker. At Ekong Anaku, another great excitement awaits. This time it is a rope bridge that has for a long time served as a connecting link between the people and the rest of the world. A true lover of nature can experience the soft showers of the Agbokin waterfalls and bask in the freshness of the sight of unusual vegetation around the falls. Visitors are led to the top of the waterfalls, where a fascinating sight of 7 rivulets running from the top and emptying into the Cross River never ceases to amaze you. An explorer's overwhelming experience reaches an even new height at the Kwa Falls, some 25 kilometers from Calabar, in Anengeje village, Akankpa local government area. Tourists can experience the sensation provided by this vicious, speckling natural water tumbling down the hilly ingenious rock formation which is typical of our tropical region. Stretching through 234 steps from the plain on top to the base where the water empties itself, the visitors can be tuned to a complete union with nature as they enjoy the view of the beautiful tropical forests of mahogany and spruce trees which line the region and the undulating landscape. These African drill monkeys are very rare species, found only in Cross River and in a few other locations of the world. Their species are nonetheless preserved in the Afi Drill Mountain Sanctuary. Cross River State is uniquely aware of her tourism responsibilities to guests, and she is equipping herself to fulfill these. Canopy walkways are now being put up in the very heart of the state's forest resources. One in Buancho Drill Ranch, where the rare species of monkeys still inhabit, and the other at the Obudu Cattle Ranch Resort Hills. There is a strong commitment by managers of these resources to individual comfort, personal service, and informed safari activities. The state's entire natural heritage is being run responsibly with a unique branding structure, offering a range of activities and facilities guaranteed to delight everyone, from discerning adults to teenagers. Every visitor in the midst of Cross River State's amazing natural heritage has a wonderful experience and a lifetime story. Whether your taste is that of a historian searching for relics of the slave trade, or that of a subtle pleasure seeker searching for the romance of this present age, set against the lush beauty of the paradise of the South, with colorful places, splendid waterfalls, a warm, friendly and vibrant people, come to the South. Come to Cross River State, a place fit for the world beauty queens, esoteric pleasure seekers, the cool, calm, collected tourist. Whatever your desires, come to Cross River State and you will definitely find your place. Welcome to the People's Paradise.